You're listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.
If you hold a K-pop ETF, last week's numbers explain why your position moved the wrong way while the market rallied. Tiger Media Contents fell 5.56% last week, the weakest non-leveraged ETF in Korea. KOSPI rose 11.49% over the same stretch. Doosan Fuel Cell jumped 54.2% this month, despite an operating loss larger than its revenue. And convertible bond issuance is approaching 9 trillion won, which matters for anyone holding the shares behind them. Short pause. It's Tuesday, August 18th. Let's look at what this means for retail investors in Korea. Two forces are pulling Korean equities apart right now: a broad risk-on rally and a narrow reassessment of individual growth stories. Money is rotating toward names with visible 2027 and 2028 earnings, and away from those whose biggest catalyst has already happened. At the same time, high corporate bond yields are pushing companies to raise money in ways that can dilute existing shareholders. Here's what the numbers show. JYP fell 12.29% last week after second quarter revenue dropped 15% to 183.1 billion won, about $131 million at 1,400 won to the dollar. Its operating profit fell 41% to 31 billion won, and 13 brokerage reports cut the target price across just 2 days, August 13th and 14th. Matter of fact, HYBE posted record quarterly revenue of 1.45 trillion won and operating profit of 170.9 billion won, roughly 1.04 billion and $122 million. Doosan Fuel Cell disclosed 225.6 billion won of new contracts this month, about $161 million, equal to 49.6% of last year's full-year revenue. Its debt-to-equity ratio reached 346% at the end of June, up 120 percentage points from 226% at the end of last year. Mezzanine issuance totaled 8.87 trillion won this year, roughly $6.3 billion, with convertible bonds making up about 84%. So what does this mean for retail investors holding these names? Earlier, we said convertible bonds matter for anyone holding the underlying shares. Here's what that actually means for you. A 0% coupon convertible, like the 500 billion won deals from Korea Aerospace and Hyundai Engineering and Construction, moves cost off the income statement and into future share count. That is information for sizing risk, rather than a signal to act, because entertainment, ETFs, are down more than 40% year-to-date, and the fuel cell move is priced on orders, not yet on earnings. Watch whether Doosan Fuel Cell delivers the more than 300 billion won of main equipment shipments guided for the second half, about $214 million. Watch the next generation IP pipeline at JYP and HYBE, including Cordis and KATSEYE. Watch 3-year AA- corporate bond yields, now in the mid to high 4% range against 2 to 3% last year. That's today's AI Prism, Retail Investors. This episode was produced with AI assistance based on Seoul Economic Daily reporting and reviewed by a human editor. AI Prism is a WAN IFRA award-winning series. We'll be back tomorrow.
You've been listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.